Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Aimee here. So today we're going to be talking about some September releases. Now it is already into the first week of September. Today, as I'm filming this, is September 7th. Hopefully this will go up tomorrow, September 8th, which is a Sunday. I don't have very many books here. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's just me or if maybe September, just nothing in September really jumped out at me. I don't know. I've kind of been behind on the what's like gonna be coming out as far as in books. You know, I've been just occupied with other things. So yeah, just trying to get back into the groove of things. And as I'm looking for new releases for September as well as even October, nothing is really like popping out at me. The more I look maybe for October, hopefully I'll find some good reads. But I do have a little bit of a list that have books that have jumped out at me. And as always, when I've filmed these videos in the past, I know there's a lot of other books out there that are being published for the month of September, but these are just the ones that have caught my attention. So definitely let me know down in the comments what you are looking forward to for the month of September. Book-wise, anything-wise, really. Movies, series, whatever you're looking forward to in September, let me know down in the comments. So 2 books have already been released this September that I've written down. They've released on September the 3rd. So we'll talk about this first one. I don't know though if, sorry about the glare in these glasses. I don't know if I am going to read this though. It caught my attention. It sounded really good, but then I caught wind of a trigger that I don't like reading in any book, and I also heard that it was pretty bad. So I'll let you know after I read the synopsis for you. But it does sound like a really good story. This is a horror book. It's called The Night Guest. I don't think I'm gonna try to say the author's name. Hilder. I'm not sure how to say her last name, my apologies, but this has been translated to English, so a lot of the names in here I don't know how to pronounce. But anyway, we have The Night Guest. It says is an eerie and ensnaring story set in contemporary Reykjavik. I don't know. That's sure to keep you awake at night. So we have one of the characters, Aoun. It says is in yet another doctor's office. She knows her constant fatigue is a sign that something's not right, but practitioners dismiss her symptoms and blood tests haven't revealed any cause. When she talks to friends and family about it, the refrain is the same. Have you tried eating better? Exercising more, establishing a nighttime routine. She tries to follow their advice, buying everything from vitamins to sleeping pills to a step counting watch. Nothing helps until one night she falls asleep with the watch on and wakes up to find she's walked over 40,000 steps in the night. What is happening when she's asleep? Why is she waking up with increasingly disturbing injuries? And why won't anyone believe her? It sounds fantastic. It sounds really good. But I did run across the fact that there is a harming of a cat in this story. And so that right there just kind of, I was like, no, I don't think I'm gonna do it. I can't. Animals, I cannot handle. Humans, I can handle. Animals, I cannot. They are just too defenseless, and I can't. Especially a cat, I can't. But anyway, this has been released on September 3rd if you are interested in it. It does sound really, really good. What I might do if I do decide to read this book is skip over the part whenever I come to it. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know in the comments if you've heard about this, if you've heard about this book, your thoughts on it, your feelings. Should I read it? Let me know. The next book that has been released already on September 3rd. This is also another translated book. This is Will Prescribe You a Cat. And this is by C.U. Ishida. And it says this is #1, so I don't know if this is like a series, but once again, I just found it intriguing, and I'm not sure how I ran across it. I don't know what I was looking for. I ran across it on Amazon, I think. I'm not sure what I was searching for, but it popped up, so here we are. A cat a day keeps the doctor away. Discover the award-winning, best-selling Japanese novel that has become an international sensation in this utterly charming, vibrant celebration of the healing power of cats. Tucked away in an old building at the end of a narrow alley in Kyoto, the Kokoro Clinic for the Soul can only be found by people who are struggling in their lives and genuinely need help. The mysterious clinic offers a unique treatment. It prescribes cats as medication. Patients are often puzzled by this unconventional prescription, but when they take their cat for the recommended duration, they witness profound transformations in their lives, guided by the playful, empathetic, occasionally challenging yet endearing cats. Throughout the pages, the power of the human-animal bond is revealed as a disheartened businessman finds unexpected joy in physical labor. A young girl navigates the complexities of elementary school cliques. A middle-aged man struggles to stay relevant at work and home. A hardened bag designer seeks emotional balance, and a geisha finds herself unable to move on from the memory of her lost cat. As the clinic's patients navigate their inner turmoil and seek resolution, their feline companions lead them toward healing, self-discovery, and newfound hope. I don't know, it did something to me. I might have to read this book. Next up, we have 3 books that are releasing on September 10th. The first one, this is actually a book of the month pick. I actually skipped book of the month this month because I just wasn't sure, and I've been trying to be more mindful of the books that I do purchase, just because my shelves are getting so overstocked here. I need to add some more shelves soon, and I really need to read what's on my TBR. But anyway, it's called Sleep Tight, and this is by J.H. Markert. This one says the sole survivor of a serial killer might hold the key to stopping a new spree of murders in this propulsive thriller in the vein of The Black Phone and The Whisper Man. I've never read The Black Phone, but I really did enjoy The Whisper Man. Beware the one who got away. Father Silence once terrorized a rural town of Twisted Tree, disguising himself as a priest to prey on the most vulnerable members of society. When the police finally find his house of horrors, they uncover 19 bodies and 1 survivor, a boy now locked away in a hospital for the criminally insane. Nearly 2 decades later, Father Silence is finally put to death. But the next morning, the detective who made the original arrest is found dead. A new serial killer is taking credit for the murder and calling himself the Outcast. The detective's daughter, Tess, is a detective herself, haunted by childhood trauma and horrified by the death of her father and the resurgence of Father Silence's legacy. There's a little bit more to the synopsis, but I don't want to read that part because I feel like it could be a spoiler. I don't mind it, but I know some of y'all out there don't really like to know like the full synopsis. So I'm gonna skip over that, but it does go on to say Sleep Tight is a must-read haunting tale from a true master of the genre. It does sound really, really good. Like I said, I didn't choose. I skipped book of the month, but it is a book of the month pick. Let me know in the comments. Is this a book of the month pick for you? The next book releasing on September 10th is So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison. I have yet to read a Rachel Harrison. I know. Where have I been? What's wrong with me? This is either her 3rd or 4th book. I'm not quite sure there. But anyway, this is releasing September 10th, and it sounds really good. It says a woman must learn to take the life by the throat after a night out leads to irrevocable changes in this juicy, thrilling novel by Rachel Harris. Sloane Parker is dreading her birthday. She doesn't need a reminder she's getting older or that she's feeling indifferent about her own life. Her husband surprises her with a birthday weekend getaway. Not with him, but with Sloane's longtime best friend, troublemaker extraordinaire Naomi. Sloane anticipates a weekend of wine tastings and cozy robes and strategic avoidance of issues she'd rather not confront, like her husband's repeated infidelity. But when they arrive at their rental cottage, it becomes clear Naomi has something else in mind. She wants Sloane to stop letting things happen to her, for Sloane to really live. So Naomi orchestrates a wild night out with a group of mysterious strangers, only for it to take a horrifying turn that changes Sloane's and Naomi's lives literally forever. The friends are forced to come to terms with some pretty eternal consequences in this bloody, seductive novel about how it's never too late to find satisfaction, even though it might taste different than expected. I feel like there's vampires involved in here, and I'm here for it. And the last book releasing on September 10th, this is William by Mason Coyle. This cover is super creepy. This one is prescribed as a psychological horror, which is what intrigued me about it. It says psychological horror meets cyber noir in this delicious one-sitting read, a haunted house story in which the haunting is by AI. Henry is a brilliant engineer who, after untold hours spent in his home lab, has achieved the breakthrough of his career. He's created an artificially intelligent consciousness. He calls the half-formed robot William. No one knows about William. Henry's agoraphobia keeps him inside the house, and his fixation on his project keeps him up in the attic, away from everyone, including his pregnant wife, Lily. When Lily's co-workers show up wanting to finally meet Henry and see the new house, the smartest of smart homes, Henry decides to introduce them to William, and things go from strange to much worse. Soon, Henry and Lily discover the security upgrades intended to keep danger out of the house, or even better, in locking it in. It just sounds, I don't know, just something about it just sounds so modern, and just like with the whole smart home. I love a creepy smart house story. And then this whole AI thing really intrigued me, so we shall see. Moving forward to September 12th, we have A Male Romance coming out by Riley Hart and Devin McCormick. This is The Step Don't. The first book in this series was The Step Bet, which I read and recently actually, and really loved. So this is book 2 in the Peach State Step Bros series. And Riley Hart and Devin McCormick are a great pair to write a male romance, because both them by themselves are incredible male romance authors. So put them together and you're gonna get a phenomenal story. So it looks like our stepbrothers in this story's names are Ash and Colin. Ash says all stepbrothers need step don'ts. Colin and I have ours, like don't pit our parents against each other, don't hog the TV, and definitely don't keep secrets. These rules have done more than help us keep the peace between us. After all these years since our parents got together, I can't imagine my life without Colin. To most people, he's the hot, straight tight end for Peach State. But to me, he's my backward cap-wearing, football-loving, piggyback writing-giving best friend and fellow Alpha Theta Mu frat bro. Life's pretty incredible living together at the same frat house, but suddenly I find myself keeping a particularly naughty secret. I tell myself Colin wouldn't want to know what his bi bro does in private, but then why do I feel like I'm committing a huge step don't? And then Colin says there's nothing I'm more of an expert in than my step bro Ash. He's a quick-witted nerd boy genius who's always there to help a friend cram a test and capture bugs for when they invade my space. He's my favorite person. Making him happy gives me a rush. But for the first time, he's keeping a secret from me. When Ash cops to his step-don't, his new extracurricular of doing dirty things on camera, I'm confused. He is too, so we work together to figure out why this excites him so much, and places we're likely to get caught. After all, what's a little exhibition between stepbros? This kind of is giving me, for the fans vibes a little bit. I don't know if we're gonna have some like for the fans in here and then our stepbros kind of help each other out kind of thing. I don't know, but it's kind of giving me that vibe. And it does say that this is the second book in the Peach State Step Bros series, but it can be enjoyed as a standalone. So if you would just want to jump into this one, you can. The first one of the Step Bet was really good too. These step brothers had somewhat of, not enemies to lovers trope, but just they weren't the closest, I guess. Or maybe one of them liked to pick on the other one more than it was. I don't know. It wasn't an enemy to lovers, but it wasn't like they were like best friends like this one is saying they are. Anyway, it was good, and I'm sure this one's gonna be good as well. Releasing on September 17th, we have The Butcher Game by Elena Urquhart. Elena is a podcaster. What is the name of their podcast? Oh my gosh, maybe it says in the Morbid. Morbid is the name of their podcast. I also think in real life she's a she works at a funeral home, and I think she foos with the dead bodies. I think. What do you call those? A mortician. I think she's a mortician, which is really cool and kind of creepy. But anyway, this is the second book in this series. It's called the Dr. Wren Muller series. I did not read the first book, which is The Butcher Wren, I think. I did not read that one because I heard it wasn't really good, but I'm still intrigued. I want to read it, and I shouldn't let, all other reviews, tell me what to read and what not to read. If I want to read it, I should read it. So I need to do that. So this might become a vlog where I read both the books and let y'all know how I feel about them. Maybe. Let me know in the comments if that's something you want to see. But this one does not have a long synopsis at all. And means I have not read the first one. I don't know if, hopefully there's, no conflicts in here. But it says, from New York Times bestselling author and co-host of the chart-topping true crime podcast, Morbid, comes the thrilling book 2 in her national bestselling series, told from the dueling perspectives of a notorious serial killer and a medical examiner seeking justice. That's all we get. It's probably all we need. And last on my list of books I think I would like to check out for the month of September, this is the Hitchcock Hotel, and this releases on September 24th. And this is by Stephanie Robel. A Hitchcock fanatic with an agenda invites old friends for a weekend stay at his secluded themed hotel in this fiendishly clever, suspenseful new novel. Alfred Smedel is not your average Hitchcock fan. He is the founder, owner, and manager of the Hitchcock Hotel, a sprawling Victorian house in the White Mountains dedicated to the master of suspense. There, Alfred offers his guests around-the-clock film screenings, movie props, and memorabilia in every room, plus an aviary with 50 crows. To celebrate the hotel's first anniversary, he invites his former best friends from his college film club for a reunion. He hasn't spoken to any of them in 16 years, not after what happened, but who better than them to appreciate Alfred's creations and to help him finish it? After all, no Hitchcock set is complete without a body. I don't know, it sounds really fun and creepy, and Hitchcocky, I don't know. We shall see. It just kind of popped up and it intrigued me. So that is all I have written down for the month of September that have caught my attention. But as I said in the beginning of the video, let me know in the comments down below what you're looking forward to in September, whether it's books, movies, series, fall, whatever it may be. Let me know in the comments down below, and hope you're all doing well out there, getting ready for these upcoming cooler months of fall, getting ready for fall in general. Thank y'all so much for watching as always, and I'll see y'all very soon in another video. Bye y'all.